welcome to each and every one of you guys that are here with us for our live Kings and Queens of Forex. My name is Clarence Gatlin. I am your host here for today. I have the privilege and the honor to actually interview the queens for tonight. All right, let's give it up for the queens. Woo, woo, woo.
Thank you.
All right, all right. So first of all, before we get started, I want to definitely make sure everyone understand the importance of the queen. Now, if you understand what queen stands for, all right, if you look it up, it is the female ruler of an independent state, okay? Female ruler. Now, the most important word on that is independent. What we're here to show you a way on how you, the woman, the queen, can actually gain some information, make a decision, and be independent and never have to depend on a single person. Now, in the industry of Forex, what we're here to talk about, this is not checkers. Stock market is checkers. This is chess. All right. Now, I want you to understand how powerful the queen is. When it comes to chess, the queen is the strongest one on the board. So I have the honor to talk to some strong queens here tonight. Of course, we want to learn more about you. You're a queen. It's some queens right now that's on the line. They're sitting at home and they're watching you guys. And they want to hear your story. They want to hear your background, where you're from, and how did this all started. So let's start with you, Ms. Berner. Where are you born and raised? Your city or state? Born and raised?
Washington, D.C.
Okay. Ms. Jewel?
I am from a little small town, Monroe, Louisiana.
Okay. Ms. Lord?
And I am from Mesquite, Nevada.
Okay, all right. So we got different parts of the nation. Awesome. So tell us about your upbringing. Tell us about the way that you was raised, the way that you was brought up. Was you brought up with both of your parents, a single parent household? Did you feel like if you had a single parent household that actually kept you from accomplishing certain things? And if you did have your parents there or peers, did they teach you on how to invest? Ms. Verna.
Let me see, single family, just my mom, but my dad was around. So what was the second question? So yes.
Did they teach you some investments, or did they teach you how to invest?
No, they didn't know, and they didn't pass any of that on. So
gotcha.
No, I definitely came from poverty, lived in the projects.
Gotcha. All right, Ms. Jewel.
Yeah, well, both of my parents, I came from a two-parent household, but both of my parents, they came from poverty. And then they actually, my dad is the one who really taught us how to, not a lot, but he explained a lot of things as far as, saving money and things of that nature. But so he did talk to us, me and my brother growing up about money and things like that, because he came from poverty, and then he had his own thing. So he wanted to make sure that we understood about money. Not everything, but a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay. How about you, Ms. Laura?
I came from a two-parent household, but I didn't learn much about financial education, just save and work hard. That's it.
So as a young adult, being raised by your parents or your parent, getting the information that you did actually receive, what was the plan for your life as a young adult, a teenager? What was you looking to accomplish out of life as that adult, Ms. Verna?
To be honest with you, Clarence, I didn't know for a long time. I knew that I wanted, I knew that I needed to have a job that paid well. But I didn't know what I wanted to be growing up. It took me a long time to figure that out. Kind of embarrassing, but it did. It took me a long time to figure that out, because I wasn't, those weren't the type of conversations I was around.
Gotcha.
I didn't know.
I understand. Okay, Ms. Jewel.
Well, growing up, I wanted to be like my dad. So I actually, my plan was to go to law school and be a lawyer, become a lawyer. That was my initial dream. And the second part was asking me what, Clarence? I'm sorry.
What did you have? What was your plan, and how did it actually work out? Your career job?
Yeah, so that didn't work out. That actually did not work out. So like I said, I wanted to be a lawyer, but that did not work out. I went a whole another route when I got to be to adult. So
Okay, Miss Lori.
I wanted to be a businesswoman. I wanted a business degree. I
Okay.
got an agricultural business degree because I
Okay.
am from a farm town. And so I did get that and went a different direction, but I'll wait for
I
that.
got you. I understand. I understand. All right, Miss Verna. Here as an adult, you have a career job. Did you need to have a college degree or any type of certificate in order to get that? And if you did, how long did it take to accomplish that? And what was the investment?
I actually didn't. So I kind of worked my way up in my positions on my job. So I
Gotcha.
was able to work my way up, and then and I was actually making good money. So that's where I was going to be. I chose to go back to school. So I took online classes through Strayer. But again, like you said, life gets in the way, and I had my youngest son, and I kind of decided not to finish. So I didn't get an associate's or anything. I didn't finish. My
I
thing is,
understand.
you're going to continue to just work your way up and get to where you need to be until it just got to the point where, you know how you get to a point where you know that it's more for you.
Mhm.
So I had just got to that point, like I'm no longer happy doing what I'm doing. I know there's more for me.
Absolutely. And that's an incredible story. Now, what I like to say is when people go to college, they quituate it. Now, the thing that I love about that, because I know a lot of millionaires and billionaires that went to college, quituated, and now truly successful, especially when it comes to financial, of course, freedom. All right. Mark Zuckerberg, that's one of them. He went to college and created Facebook in college. And guess what? He was like, forget that. I don't even need it. All right. So it's all right, Miss Berner. You are on the way to your greatness. I already know it. Miss Jewel, talk to us.
well, yes, actually, in order for my job, that's what I had. I had to go to college. I went to college for about 9 years. So yeah, I went to, the job that I had, I went to a 4-year college degree to get my bachelor's. And then they told me after that, hey, you need more to do this, to get paid more. So I'm thinking, because that's how I was taught. I was like, well, hey, make more money, you got to get a college education, because that's what I was taught to do. So I went back to school for another 3.5 years. And I mean, thank God, I didn't have any student loans either. I did have a scholarship. I did. My father told me one thing. He did say this. He said, you go to school, you gonna pay for it. You're gonna have to find some way to get there. Cause look, I want you to go, but look, you're gonna have to find a way. I don't want no loan. So that was one thing. But the investment on it, I mean, the thing about that, I guess you can say that it's 9 years. I thought, it's 9 years of my life. So that's a pretty, I guess the investment on it was not what I expected. I can say
Ballpark.
that.
Can you say ballpark? Would you say the investment was tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands?
Oh, no, yeah, because I went to school a long time ago.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
the investment, I think I want to say I came out thousands of dollars. I'm gonna just say that it wasn't hundreds of thousands, but it was thousands of dollars.
Tens of thousands. I got you. So thousands of dollars out of your pocket. And of course, we're going to get into exactly where did that get you today. I can't wait to get there. Miss Lori, come on and talk to us.
So I was actually fortunate enough to be on a rodeo scholarship. So I did not have to pay for my undergraduate degree, my business degree. But after that, I got a teaching certificate, and I did have to pay out of pocket for that. So that was around $6,000 just for that certificate alone.
Wow.
So, and I went to school for almost 7 years.
Wow.
So
Gotcha.
like Miss Jewel said, I paid time more than anything.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, that is most valuable. Money we can get back. And just like she just said, time, we can't get that back. All right. We can't. And so that is one of the reasons why we're sharing with you guys a better way from our experience. One thing that I'm going to tell you guys, the honest truth, Forex is not for everyone, because everyone is not willing to put in the work, the time, the patience, and go through the process that it really requires to master this skill set. So I'm going to be honest with you. But for the person that is teachable, trainable, and coachable, and willing to do the things that is necessary, this is a better way. Okay. So for you ladies, you went through your college, and of course you went through time of growing up that chain of command. Here today, what is your career job? If you still have one, okay? What do you do for a living at the time? Or what was your last job? Because I know some people are just free right now. Go ahead, Miss Verna.
I'm with the airlines right now, and I'm in customer service.
Okay. How long have you been with that industry?
11 years.
11 years. Thank you so much. Miss Jewel, your last job, or if you're still working right now at the time?
Well, my last job, so I'm not working right now, but my last job is was I was actually a master level therapist. So I was a counselor. I worked with families, children, mental health, all of that good stuff. So that was my last job I was working at.
Gotcha. Okay, Miss Laura.
I am a first grade teacher.
Okay, awesome, awesome. First grade. All right, so let's talk about this. Now, when you got into your career job, what was your expectations? And if that was your last job or your job right now, the very first day, when you first got that accepting that you got the job, how excited was you? What was your expectations for your future when you got that job versus your reality once you've been there for a month, a year, a plus, because of course Ms. Verna been there for over a decade. So what was your expectation versus your reality, Ms. Verna?
My expectation, be honest with you, because I left my career job actually,
Okay.
because they had some things going on. Because like I moved here from Virginia with my job with AT&T Wireless at the time. So I honestly thought that's who I was going to be with and retire with. But things, like you said, life gets in the way, things happen. So the the wage out here is totally different from the East Coast. Yes, so I was in for a huge shock. Like I really cut my salary in half. Wow. So when I got into this position, I was only supposed to be there a year. My whole thing was, oh, I can only do this for a year.
Gotcha.
But time went on, and I ended up being there longer than a year because, like you said, life got more life things happened, yes, unexpected, divorce and all of that. So with going through all of that, I just got to a point where I'm like, okay, I need more because this is not what I expected. So my expectations, it's not what I expected. I did not expect my life to go down that road at all.
I understand. Miss Jewel?
Well, like I said, I was a therapist for over 10 years. So about the same, over 10, 11 years, I think 12 years. And I went into it thinking I was going to save the world. Be honest with you. I was like, I'm going to be this awesome, great therapist. I'm going to go all over the world. I'm going to have my own practice. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I actually went through 3 different agencies before I found the one that I had a career with. But me going into it, that's what I thought. Like, this is going to be great. I'm going to make a whole lot of money. And this is, I'm going to do this. Reality was not that, because I was like Miss Laura as a teacher. I was overworked and underpaid. I was finding myself doing more after work than the actual work. And I was like, wait a minute, I already went to school to do the work. Why do I have to do way more work than I am in my job? I want to go to my job. I want to do that. So the reality of it was not what I expected. I just was like, wait a minute, this is not what I thought. Like, this is not it.
Gotcha. Okay. Miss Laura?
Well, my expectations were to go to school, be on the same schedule as my daughter, and to be able to leave my work at work. But reality, it is completely opposite of that. I'm waking up early to get stuff ready for school. I'm having to bring stuff home, and just the exhaustion. It does put a damper on being the mother that I want to be. And that is probably the hardest part.
Gotcha.
And where my expectation was.
Gotcha. When did you ladies first get introduced to Forex? Talk to me, Miss Burnham.
For me, it was actually 4 years ago.
Okay.
My son actually had told me about it.
Okay.
And I looked at him side-eyed and was like, no.
That's
like, your mom and I, she can't learn that. No.
Okay. So 4 years ago, got you, Miss Jewel.
Actually, it was about 3 years ago. It was about we're right at 3 years ago.
Okay.
Introduced to me. Yeah.
Awesome. Miss Lord.
And 3 years for me.
3 years. Okay. So each and every one of you guys have years of experience of being introduced to this industry. So can we all agree? Years, right? With plural, correct? All right. So when you first got introduced, tell the truth. And ladies and gentlemen, everyone that's actually watching this, I've told them before we get on this call, tell the truth, okay? Because you guys need to hear that. I truly believe it's a lot of people on social media and in the Forex world that's setting people up with the wrong expectations, okay? And we're here to set you up the right way and give you the right expectations. This is from years of experience, and we want to allow you to hear each and every one of their journeys and their different perspectives. So when you first got introduced to Forex, tell the truth, was you skeptical, Ms. Burnham?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Miss Jewel.
Definitely. It took me a while. Like I was, yes, for sure.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're going to get into that. All right, Miss Lord.
I was about 50-50.
Okay, 50-50. All right. Me, I was skeptical. I was. But I was open to learn more. So when it was skeptical, what made you make the decision to get started? You're skeptical. What made you make that decision, Ms. Burnham?
I felt like it was a sign for me because, like I said, I was introduced 4 years ago, but it came back around within 2 years of that.
Gotcha.
And at that time, the person who introduced me to it, I believed in her and I believed in her husband. Gotcha. And then her husband actually told me about you. So yeah, so all of that started to change for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Miss Jewel, what made you make that decision? I know you were skeptical. What made you make the decision?
I was skeptical, but I knew in my mind, I was like, okay, I don't believe in this, but tell me more. Like, cause I knew, and I guess for me it was, I knew that there was another way, and I wanted another way, but I just didn't believe that nobody could do this. Like I never heard of it ever in my life. I only knew people that made this type of money were NBA players, athletes, rich, just that's what I thought. So the person that introduced it to me, I believed in him as well. And I was like, okay, all right, let me take a deep look into this. And then that was for me. So I trusted the person, and I knew that I wanted something more than just being robotic every single day.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ms. Lord?
Because the person who introduced it to me had the results that I wanted.
Oh, that's me. Oh, I forgot. Yes.
And I just knew in my heart that like this was my way of living the lifestyle that I wanted and being able to be there for my family.
Gotcha. I agree with each and every one of you ladies. It's very important to have people in your life that you can believe in, but also believe in you more than you believe in yourself sometimes. One thing that I do not do is I do not start people with the wrong expectations. It's a lot of people in this industry. It's an incredible industry, but it's a lot of people that is getting started the wrong way. And people, now it's not your fault, because you are hearing certain things. Of course, if anyone tells you can get started in Forex, start making money immediately, they're starting you the wrong way. Because if you don't have any experience in this industry, you can get started in Forex. Yes, you can make money, but you also can lose money. And it's a whole lot better if you get started in a demo account go through a process, grow that gradually and consistently. And then if you can do it there, then you can do it in a live account. So the wrong expectations is very dangerous here. And that's one thing I make sure that I do for every personal client, every person that's in this community, have the right expectations. And ladies and gentlemen, the right expectations is no matter what organization group you're in the industry of Forex, anything great is going to require you to put in time, have patience, and go through your own process. Not nobody else, your own.
Yeah, so the journey actually, I blame you, Clarence, because because the way you teach, it was really simple in the beginning. So I actually caught on to your system fast. So I was able to grow. I jumped in my lap because I was in my dummy account and
Yes,
I was doing so well.
Balling, just balling out of control.
And and you be like, well, you grown, so it's up to you.
Gotcha.
Me being on my grownish stuff, I went ahead, did very well in my live account early on. But like you said, those emotions start kicking in. And it is about your mindset. You have to be on a certain level. And I went in thinking, oh, because I was able to do this so fast that now I can do it in my live account real fast. And yeah, the market will humble you.
Yeah. Come on back down.
Yeah.
Come on, Miss Jewel, tell us about your journey, your process.
Well, my journey was so yeah, I went through the process and everything was awesome. And I did learn, but it took me a little bit because I had life things going on when I was going through the process. But so once I actually got into the journey and I was getting to my live account, like I say, I actually did really well. I grew my account 5,000%, and I was doing great. And just like Ms. Verna, I said the market did humble me. And so what I did was, because, and this is something that, you taught us along the way, like, stay disciplined, do this way. We have to continuously tell ourselves that. And I didn't discipline myself at that time. And so I had to take a few steps back, a lot of steps back, and some more steps back. And then that's how I'm able to be where I am at today. So awesome. I just took those steps and I just, that's my journey.
Awesome. Ms. Laura?
So I was that student that I always don't want in my class. And I took a lot of detours. And I finally came back to the straight and narrow and got back on the process here and stayed disciplined and got my mindset right. And it has been a great journey ever since. And the community that he is talking about is amazing. And it's not just about making money here. It's so much more than that.
It says, if you look at a man the way that he is, he only becomes worse. But if you look at a man the way that he could be, he becomes what he should be. And so we must have people around us that, of course, uplift us and see the better person in us than we see in ourselves. And that is one of the things that I truly believe that we have in our trading communities. Here, of course, in the Financial Revolution 2.0, we have trading communities, but our number one thing, of course, is keeping God first and uplifting people. We always uplift, we always encourage, we always, of course, see you to the next level. We see you as you should be, okay? So let's talk about our trading community.
Of course, it's leadership. the way you teach us is very important to me because, like you said, I've never, one of the quotes or one of the things that you always say is, I'll never give up on you unless you give up on yourself. And I've never heard that before from a teacher, from a mentor, anything. So that means a lot to me because now I feel like I got somebody there to, like you said, lift me up when you have those days when things aren't going so well. So that from the community aspect, Forex trading has actually allowed me to open up my mind to now wanting to do more as far as opening up businesses and helping other people. So it's teaching me that even though Forex is going to be what is going to fund that, it's so much more than
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. Diversification is one thing that we definitely teach. Intelligent diversification. Forex is the vehicle to give us the funds that we need to truly live the life of freedom that we really want. When you have enough money, what would you do with your life? If money was not an option, what would you do with your life? And that's the, of course, the vehicle that Forex is for us to fund our dreams, our goals, so we can live the life that we truly want to. All right. So accountability for Ms. Verna. Come on, Ms. Jewel.
Like I say, mentorship, the way that you guide us through this whole entire community is amazing. I've never been a part of that. And I've been a mentor to young girls, but you know, just learning from you and just how you uplift every day, how we, you know, get on a call. Like some days I mean, I don't know, I didn't know if I was coming or going. And you could see it in my face, and I get on a call, and even Miss Lori would say, "Girl, smile," and then it's like you play a song, and then I'm like, okay, it's just the way that you don't leave anybody behind, and you want to make sure that everybody wins. And I'm the same. Like I want to utilize this to be able to help others, to educate, and you give me the opportunity to do that, because I would have to go through months to show and do therapy with people the amount of time that you allow me to do this in one night and educate folks. So that's for me. You know, the appreciation, the gratitude that I have through this, it's just it's like no other.
What they're speaking of in our community, we treat it as Money University. So we have classes, of course, every single day that the market is open, 6 days a week. The market is only open 5. So we have classes 6 days a week, hands-on. Yourself 5 years from now because of Forex, Ms. Verna.
Well, where it has me now, I have actually been consistent with growing my account. I've been able to replace what I make on my job. So 5 years from now,
What?
yeah.
Now, that's incredible. All right. So if y'all didn't miss that, she is now, because of Forex, able to earn what she earned on her job. So just in case, all right, that's the reason why you need this. Just in case, with everything going on around the world, we don't know if our job will be there tomorrow. So just in case, now she have a skill set and she have something to cover her and her family. So please continue. That's incredible. Congratulations to you. Continue.
Yes. So I have a plan, because you can have more than one Forex account. So I have multiple.
Girl, yeah.
And I'm growing them. You know, one is for debt, one is to replace my income just in case. And then I want to take a year off, and when it's time, I'm going to take that year, debt's paid, and I'm going to teach, travel, and trade for a whole year, figure out where I want to live, and we're going to buy up some land, me and my babies.
What?
And we just gonna do our thing.
Okay. So that is the future of Forex. And definitely I'm here to tell you, taking a year off, you can do it. I'm a living witness. You can do this. All right. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you believe that your job, your career job, could give you those same results in 5 years, in that same time frame?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Ms. Jewel, talking to you, what do you see yourself in 5 years? And do you believe that your career job that you used to work, come on and talk to us about that, all right, could give you those same results? Go right ahead.
Well, I used to work, but now I am a full-time Forex trader. I am no longer.
Go Queens, let's go. Independent. That's what Queens mean. Come on, let's go.
So I'm now doing that, and actually, I'm growing my account 1,000 to 5,000% daily, consistently. But no, my job would never. I couldn't have made this type of money on my regular job that I was having. it was impossible. There's no way I would have been able to do this at all.
Gotcha. I understand. Miss Lori, next.
Sorry. This is going to be my last year teaching. And
Oh, it is already
And-
done, Miss Lori.
yes, it is. And then I plan to stay home and raise my children.
Good for
Awesome.
you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Man.
What would you tell a queen right now that's watching this, that is looking as a wife, as a girlfriend, as a single mother, that is looking for a better way? They're looking for a way to make some extra income from their job, of course, outside of their job, or they're looking a way to actually be in full control, just like you, Miss Jewel, and actually earn and replace their job income, like you, Miss Verna, as well. What would you say to that queen that's listening to them to give them encouragement that they need to make a decision? Miss Verna.
I would tell them to don't be scared. I know it's a lot of some bad information, but kind of go with your gut. If you feel it with the person that you're connected to, who you're talking to, and you're ready, then that's a sign to just have the faith and go ahead and do it, because everything else is going to work out for you.
Awesome. Miss Jewel.
I say just, just take a leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Believe in what, I can say that person is telling you, because like I said, it is a lot of people out here giving Forex a really bad name. And if the person that is telling you that, just trust it. And, just like I say, just believe in yourself, because if you can believe it, you can achieve it. So.
Facts. Miss Lord.
Your dreams are not out of reach. Us women, we always put everybody else ahead of us.
Yeah.
But if you put yourself first, then they will follow. So put you and your dreams first.
Well said.
Awesome. Thank you, ladies, so much for your time. For all of the queens, make sure if this resonated with you, if something hit your heart and you definitely ready to get started, make sure that you get back with the person that invited you on this video. Get back with them.